Let me be real with you for a second, and I know most of you are not going to like what I'm about to say. If you have a software engineering background and you're trying to transition into data analysis, it will be super easy for you. It will feel almost natural. If you are coming from construction, teaching, sales, and you're trying to transition into data analysis, quite honestly, you'll struggle. Not because you're not smart enough, but it's because you've not been given the prerequisites that are required for somebody to start a data analysis course. Every bootcamp, every college, every university brochure has that come learn data analysis in 8 weeks, no experience required. They are lying to you and you'll struggle. Here's what will happen. Sure, you'll learn the basics, you'll memorize enough information just to pass the exam, but after that, of course you feel confident, you passed your exam. You get into an interview room and somebody asks you, why are we using Python to analyze our data in a CSV file instead of just opening it in Excel and analyzing it there? And you freeze. Not because maybe not because you're not capable, but because you're not given the basics, the foundations. See, in tech, and true to learning anything in tech, basically, you need to start with the why before you get to the how. You need to understand, why are we analyzing this data? Before you touch a single data set, you need to ask yourself, where did this data come from in the first place? Data comes from software, websites, mobile apps, wearables like your smartwatches and all that, from manually recorded information. So you need to understand where the data comes from, where the data is stored. So you need to learn about databases, how to install and configure your database yourself, how to query data from a database. I know, sure, we use SQL, and SQL is still taught in a data analysis class, but you need to look at it from the creation perspective, the creation of the data in the first place. You need to understand things like JSON, what are APIs. Sometimes you're given an API endpoint, and again, if you don't know what that is and you want to start learning data analysis, then probably you need to take a step back. So if you're new entirely to tech and everything, let me give you an honest opinion. Don't jump into data analysis. Start from the basics. Understand how softwares are built just on the surface. Understand databases, how to configure one. Understand things like JSON and the API endpoints. If you're already there, or you want to start from the very beginning, I have something for you. Beginning on 5th of May, I'm going to launch a live data analysis course. All the classes will be live on YouTube. In this course, we are going to go from scratch, from the very basics. We're going to start with the why, and then we, slowly graduate into the how. We will look at real-world systems, analyze actual data from an actual, application running. While doing that, you're also going to learn the basics and also the psychology and also the business intelligence part, how to come up with questions, how to tell a story from data. I'm super excited for the course. It will be right after the current software engineering course that we are wrapping up. See you on 5th of May.